prevalent around eastern parts of England especially. There's plenty of heavy rain this morning over Northern Ireland, that pushing northwards now up into western Scotland, but quite appropriate for Midsummer's Day. High temperatures for central and eastern parts of England, a very hot 25 to 29 degrees, making it the hottest day of the year so far. Now looking at the league table, we've seen that it's been very much cooler of course out in the west, but quite muggy actually, and temperatures in those cloudy wet areas about 15 to 17 degrees. But as you see, many places did reach 25 this afternoon. Now we've got more heavy rain to come as this low pressure trundles its way very slowly eastwards in the next 12 hours. It'll push away the very high temperatures onto the continent for tomorrow, a much more pleasant perhaps 20 degrees for many parts of Britain during Saturday. Well, some evening sunshine to come, very warm evening sunshine over eastern parts, out in the west and north cloudy and wet, and some thunderstorms now developing through central parts of the country. In fact, on the radar pictures we can see some storms now developing in situ in the Western Midlands, and some really violent storms pushing up across the English Channel to between Bournemouth and Goodwood. Could make for very interesting horse racing, I would think, in the next few hours down at Goodwood Racecourse, and certainly Southampton having quite a wet spell of weather in the next couple of hours. Plenty of storms to come then, gradually moving away eastwards as the night goes along, but still some lingering right into the morning, especially through southern parts. A very humid, very muggy night to come, about 16 to 18 degrees in the south, fresher and drier in the north and west, about 10 to 12 there. Tomorrow then, not much sunshine around first thing. What there is will probably be over Northern Ireland and the north and west of Scotland. Coming further south, a grey, misty, murky, damp scene with some residual thunderstorms still littered about. It'll gradually brighten up through the day, but I'm afraid rather high levels of ozone tomorrow at low level. Poor air quality to come tomorrow for England and Wales especially. Gradually brightening up through the afternoon, especially across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Still a lot of cloud about, and where the sun does break through again over East Anglia and the southeast, you could find more thunderstorms breaking through. Temperatures down on today, it's about 23, 24 across East Anglia and southeast England. Going further north, about 18 to 22. Really quite cool and fresh up in the northwest of Scotland. Turning windy up there on Sunday as well, with more rain to come. But for England and Wales, not a bad day on Sunday. We'll have got rid of that mugginess, quite nice. Today, due to electrical storms, and there are more on the way through tonight as well. The satellite picture picking out some dark cloud all the way down through France into northern parts of Spain. Now the radar picture across the southeast at the moment looks like one of Matisse's lesser known works. Looks like he's spilt the paint pot actually. Some very bright echoes here, some heavy rainfall, torrential rainfall really coming up from the south. So the London area really blanketed by torrential rain for the next few hours. And that rain pushing northwards up through the M1, M6 corridor, all the way through the Midlands and then up into northern parts of England. The whole lot moving northeast in the next few hours. So a weather warning then, some severe weather for central and eastern parts of England as we go through towards midnight. Some severe thunderstorms, heavy rain for a few hours yet, squally winds too, with winds gusting 50, 60 miles an hour, and very hazardous driving conditions indeed. Now there is rain further north too, and so that rain's pretty heavy across southern parts of Scotland. So more storms to come in many parts through tonight, especially in central and eastern parts. All the time they'll be nudging away eastwards, but then more storms coming up from the south into these more southern parts of England later on tonight. A pretty muggy night, but I suppose that's a small compensation. A very sticky night indeed, very oppressive, 16 to 18 degrees. Rather cooler, fresher weather coming into much of Scotland and Northern Ireland by tomorrow morning. There's a demarcation really, this cold front introducing fresher conditions, pushing these high temperatures back onto the continent. So temperatures tomorrow closer to 20 than the 29 we saw at Heathrow today. Pretty cloudy scene in many central and southern parts of the country tomorrow. In fact, all the way up into southern Scotland there could be some cloud and drizzle. Still some thunderstorms lingering around too, and very murky as well. Brighter weather up in the northwest, gradually moving southwards, but still a fair amount of cloud. The best of the sunshine likely to be over Scotland and Northern Ireland during the afternoon. Further south, a bit of sunshine breaking through, but the temperatures lifting again, and more storms developing across East Anglia and the southeast in particular. Temperatures tomorrow closer to 22 to 24, and still pretty oppressive. A much fresher wind though coming in from the northwest, 14 to 16 degrees there. Something of a change, something like quieter weather really for Sunday, much more normal weather for this time of the year. Certainly across England and Wales, mainly dry and bright, bags of sunshine to come, but more wind and rain sweeping through many parts of northern Britain later in the day. Well, that's all for